Well, I just did a Green Lantern canceled review, Green Lantern the anime series. But another thing that I thought of is I was like, hey, more good shows they canceled. The Spectacular Spider-Man, a show that only got 2 seasons, and unfortunately was canceled. Now, I heard that Paul Dini, who used to did Batman the animated series in Arkham Asylum in Arkham City, was going to join the Spider-Man group and do the Ultimate Spider-Man. I thought for sure Paul Dini would save the series. Sort of did, sort of didn't. Uh, yeah. I think the main reason why people are upset with the Ultimate Spider-Man series is because, first of all, the cutscenes. The show keeps on cutting and also showing a little comedy sketch. A comedy sketch that is more so for younger viewers and is not necessary because cartoons when I was young, you didn't need to explain everything. Another reason why I think people don't like the Ultimate Spider-Man would be that the fact that, well, they changed a lot of the characters that we knew to adapt it to the new story. Well, to me, that doesn't work and never will work, and I don't know why Marvel keeps on trying. But back to the Spectacular Spider-Man series. This series seemed to have everything. If it continued, it probably could have very well done better than this series. Spider-Man 1994 series. Now, why Marvel refuses to release the complete series on DVD is beyond me. Why did they cancel Spectacular Spider-Man? Another mystery. Another good mystery. Because everyone in this series was there. Even the art was a little, probably made the series suffer a little bit, but the art and the dialogue and the action of the show, well, let's just say this. The art was worth tolerating for a good TV show. And after this TV show continued, well, I actually began to like the artwork. I have no idea why this show has received no love whatsoever. Maybe because of its awful time slot. Maybe because it kept bouncing from network to network. I really don't know. I really wish the show could continue. It had a great storyline, and it more so followed, in my opinion, the Ultimate Universe than the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon. And everyone's here in this cartoon, such as Gwen Stacy and Mary Jane. See? In this show, they're both there, and it seems to work. Plus, the fact that the Stacys were even in this show, such as Captain Stacy and Gwen, was a very good plus. And then Ultimate Spider-Man came along and also brought Mary Jane back and kind of kicked Gwen and Captain Stacy to the curb. That wasn't very nice in my opinion. Especially that we were warming the characters to the comic book and we were warming up to them in cartoon form. Once again, it makes me ask why. Why is SpongeBob on for so long? Why are a lot of shows on TV, such as Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon, that should not exist, are on forever? Like that Total Drama Island. That show's been going on for too long, and I don't see an end in sight. Anyway, I continue. Another thing that the show had was Hammerhead, Tombstone, characters you don't get to see that often. Sandman, once again another character you don't get to see that often. So, and now I'm going to rant a little bit about the Spider-Man universe. At one time, I would buy a Spider-Man comic after Spider-Man comic and read it. Now I don't want to pick one up. This whole anger with Spider-Man comics all began with Civil War, where Spider-Man was unmasked and Aunt May was shot. Who thought that was a good idea? And then, to make up for it, then they had the Brand New Day series. Oh no, not the Brand New Day series. It's too scary. The Brand New Day series probably should never been done. And then there was the One Moment in Time series. The reason why I don't think they should have been done is because, first of all, new characters. I don't dislike new characters, but the way they done the new characters did not do it justice whatsoever. Another thing is they broke up Spider-Man and Mary Jane, which to me, I don't care if he's married, I don't care if he's single. It doesn't really matter. But the way they done it changed the storyline, the timeline, and pretty much said to us that the comics that we had in the past didn't matter anymore. Plus, they took away this guy. How would they take away the Green Goblin? Well, if you read the first panel, Harry Osborn's hanging out with Peter Parker. There's no mention of Norman. I don't know what happened to him. So, basically, they're basically saying Green Goblin doesn't exist. Doesn't make sense to me. So, to do that is you're changing the timeline in a big way. And then they try to explain it in One Moment in Time, which only convoluted more things. So, then The Amazing Spider-Man 699, 698, and the big 700. The big Spider-Man finish in the end where Doc Ock wins, takes over Peter Parker's body, and becomes the new Spider-Man of Marvel Universe, basically. I forget they call the title of it, but I don't care because I'm not reading it because they ended it in a horrible way. Not only that, is they ended Spider-Man in the Ultimate Universe, Peter Parker, and I have to start disagreeing with these changes because, well, I don't think they work. There's a reason why some storylines are continued. There's a reason why fans don't like certain storylines. To me, if they want to know what the fans want, they should actually start going on YouTube, Facebook, whatever they have to do, get the opinion of the fans, instead of pouring out these ridiculous ideas. And it just goes to show you that not even Paul Dini can take something good and turn it into, well, or something dying and turn it into great. I don't know if that's completely his fault or Marvel's, but because of the Amazing Spider-Man 698, 699, and 700, I won't be reading another Spider-Man comic book. And because of what happened in Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon and the canceling of Spectacular Spider-Man, I won't be watching another Spider-Man cartoon. And because the toys had shrunk down to 3 inches, and I haven't seen a good Spider-Man toy since the, right here, the, the Hasbro 2009 Spider-Man line. Since I haven't seen a good toy since then, I probably won't pick up another toy. So, therefore, I am hoping that the new Avengers cartoon, Avengers Assemble, will come through, and if it doesn't, then the only thing I have to look forward to is Iron Man 3, and if that somehow bombs, then I guess Marvel has just lost a fan. And I hope it doesn't go down that road because I've been a fan of Marvel's for quite some time. So that's the news pretty much for today. Is I don't like what's going on in the Marvel Universe. Disney bought Star Wars, that we all know. This is something that they're actually doing right. Is the director choice. Can't remember his name. Sorry. And what I don't like with DC is the New 52. I don't like the New 52. And I don't like the fact that DC just canceled two of my favorite shows for Beware of the Batman. So, not too impressed of what's going on in comic books lately. Or comic book related TV shows or comic book related merchandise. Later.